Welcome back to Underrated Movies. I'm your guy, I'm your man, and this is Alton Henry. And today I would like to talk to you of a film that I think it's quite fascinating. And I was able to watch it for free through a coupon I got online from Angel Studios. And I'm talking about this film, and it's actually a film I've wanted to watch for some time. And I don't know what to say about it. And I'm not saying anything bad. I'm loving what Angel Studios is doing. I really do. In fact, I think they're the studio right now that's inflicting more good feeling, hopeful movies, and shows from what it looks of it that gears towards more Christian faith base, and I'm glad to see that because we need more of that. And I'm talking about this movie called Homestead. It's a post-apocalyptic drama centered on a family who uh, rendezvous with a guy who runs this big old house, and they use this house kind of like a fortress to protect themselves from a nuclear explosion. Well, prior to the nuclear explosion, pretty much society's collapsing, and it delves into this fight for survival of of them trying to figure out how they're going to survive during the beginning of this post-apocalyptic event and dealing with the outsiders that are trying to get in. It's kind of a lot, but here is the deal. First off, of the good things about this movie, performances in here I thought were great. I do like the lead actor. I forget his name. Uh, and Neil McDougall, who I think is a very phenomenal, underrated actor. And the movie's really about him and the other guy. Uh, he's a soldier who had made a pact with Neil McDougal's character to be soldier slash bodyguards for their fortress. So when stuff happens, when this event happens and they get there, he's pretty much in charge of security and to kind of combat of how to survive. And it's interesting to kind of see where the relationship kind of goes and where everybody else has a basic different opinion on what it takes to survive. And what I like that there's so many different opinions on what you have to do to survive, and the other ideas that people have, or they'll try to be slick about it and take your resources to survive on their own is very interesting. And there are a lot of interesting ideas that this movie sets up, and it's a little of a slow movie. It feels like it picks up at certain points here. It picks up at certain points here, but it feels like there's a lot of setup, and it feels very TV like. And the reason for this, that the whole film, it's 2 hours. It's a setup for a television series that they actually have on their platform, and I guess it released around the same time this movie came out because the movie came out around December, and I remember it because I saw the Brutalist around that time. And the whole movie is a setup for the TV show. It's a prologue. It's a pilot episode movie, TV movie that's like 2 hours. And I don't know if I don't know. I don't think a lot of people are gonna like that, especially when they kind of catch on that for some reason the movie is slow and there's a lot of like multi storylines that get added in, but they don't necessarily go anywhere, or when they do introduced, they're quickly ended. without fully developing them. So there are a bunch of add-ons and it feels slow. And when things happen, you kind of understand why. It just feels like it's just set up, set up, set up, set up, set up throughout the whole 2 hours. And the reason for that, they're set up for their TV show that's on their platform. So I don't know if that's a clever marketing move or something where you feel kind of cheated because I don't haven't seen the series yet. I'm interested in seeing the show. Um, but I don't know, man. I think that's a very risky move. I thought, at least for me, and but I really enjoyed the film for what it was. There's no action really. Maybe like if there is, it just lasts 20 seconds for action. And I'm kind of glad they, from what I'm seeing, even in comparison with Sound of Freedom, they don't try to force action moments. If it happens, it happens. They try to keep it grounded and realistic as possible. I mean, there's parts of this movie that I don't think are realistic or just didn't feel like they would be. It felt for dramatic purposes only. But it's not, there's hardly any action, which I kind of knew walking into this. Uh, but it's a lot of setup for the series. And that's something that could trigger people or it gets you to go, I don't know. I mean, it's just something where I thought was very underwhelming. I think the movie is a little underwhelming because it just sets up the TV series. I don't know how long I'm going to keep going, but I thought the movie was fine. I thought it was great. I thought, I would say sticking for the performances. If you subscribe to their platform, which I highly recommend it because they got some good stuff there, and like The Chosen. But it does make, but it is interesting enough for me to wanting to watch the television show, and I'm down for it. I just whatever I have time to do it. It's just you got to pay to go watch your stuff, just like any other streaming platform. But if you have seen Homestead, let me know what you think about it, what your thoughts on it, and let me know what is your favorite underrated movie.